Hi everyone, welcome to another lecture on uh, He Wishes for the Clouds of Heaven. This one is again about a cross-reference read. Uh, the piece that I'm going to be reading is a fable of Rumi, um, a fable that he narrated, and obviously it's a translation. This one's really famous, "The Lover Who Was Nothing," but this might also just about not be the version that you may have read or heard, um, because obviously with Rumi's works, it depends from, should I say translation or should I say adaptation? It matters from version to version, right? But I'll still read this one out now. With whenever you're quoting a fable or something like that, just a tip. For exam tips and all of that stuff, you can take the other course on the channel about exam tips, and to be able to interpret stuff right, take the course on critical approaches to literature. Then to be able to interpret stuff right, take the course for interpretation of dreams, use that as an apparatus. And also there's, to be able to produce the right answer, obviously there's a course by the name of Critical Approaches to Literature on the channel. But just as a tip, whenever you're using a story like a fable of sorts, for example, The Lover Who Was Nothing, don't focus on the words that you're going to be using. You can pick on some keywords and stuff like that, but focus on the narrative of that story. I'll read this one out, and then we'll discuss how you can use this one as a reference when writing an answer for He Wishes for the Clouds of Heaven. The Lover Who Was Nothing, Rumi. A man desperately in love arrived at the house of his beloved and enthusiastically knocked on the door. "Who's there?" asked the lady. "It's me," declared the man, full of hope. "Go away, there's no place for someone like you in this house," she responded, her voice laced with sorrow. "You're naive and not yet ready. Just like an uncooked meal. You declare yourself as me and still proclaim your undying love for me. A lover who only sees himself as no lover at all but needs to roast in the fire of separation until he's properly cooked." She refused to open the door, and the distraught man eventually backed away from the house. Soon after, he left the town for an unknown destination in some faraway land. Burning with the pain of separation, after a year of traveling from place to place, he gathered his courage and approached his beloved's home once again. Apprehensively but politely, he knocked on the door. "Who's knocking at this hour?" asked the lady impatiently. "No one. The one on this side of the door is also you," expressed the man humbly. "Now that you've stopped seeing only yourself, you've become me at last. Two people could never exist in this house simultaneously, but now you may enter." She cautiously opened the door and let her lover inside. "Now you're welcome in this house. There's no difference between us anymore. No longer are we the rose and the thorn. We're one and the same." Now when you read this one is about almost divine love, right? The woman is asking for divine love here. The lover also agrees to give that divine love to a human, which is exactly what Yeats is saying he's doing for his beloved, when he's saying that if he had the heavens embroidered with cloths and wrought with golden and silver light, the blue and the dim and the dark cloths of night and light and half light, he would spread it under his beloved's feet. But he, being poor, has only his dreams, so he has spread his dreams under his beloved's feet, and he wants the beloved to tread softly because she's treading on the dreams. Perhaps if you I'm just going to give certain prompts for you to be able to think in that direction, and then of course in notes I'll detail stuff out. But see, there the beloved is demanding divine love. Here Yeats is already offering that divine love. That is a thing that can be analyzed in detail and can be pondered upon in detail, right? Um, there's a difference in both. Um, that beloved, that lover is made to sacrifice. Here, Yeats is already in love or in admiration. As per Montcalm, it's admiration. That Yeats is ready to uh, spread the dreams under the beloved's feet, versus in Rumi's story, the beloved is not ready to do that, but the the lover is not ready to do that, but the beloved wants the lover to do that. Um, this theme of sacrifice in the name of divine love is present in both of them. Um, and of course, there again, in Rumi's story, the person's doing the same thing. He's not spreading his dreams under someone's feet. But when we talk about older literary context, when we talk about older literary text, there has always been this thing where a dream is the person, right? So here, perhaps again, if you talk about he wishes for the clots of heaven, the person is sacrificing themselves for their beloved. So the theme of sacrificing yourself in the name of love is also present in both texts. Maybe in your now obviously it depends on the nature of the question, so that's why even if I right now try to give notes on, write this in your answer, write that in your answer, I won't be able to give the right points that you can perhaps crunch out in your answer. But actually, let's do one thing. I'm going to give a task in the notes. I'm also going to give this text. I know it can seem like I'm giving too many tasks in this series of lectures, especially on He Wishes for the Clouds of Heaven. But do that task. The previous one that we've done already with the comparative study, keep that in mind. Try to make this one better. I will add rubrics with this one. Go through those rubrics and try to produce a critical ontological response in this task specifically. When I say ontological, I don't mean that don't cover the psychological aspect of it, don't cover the social aspect of it, cover all aspects of it. Cover the social aspect, cover the psychological aspect, cover the appreciative aspect. I'll list everything down in the notes. Cover all of those aspects and then produce a response while comparing the I'll put the task properly down in the notes, so don't worry about that. But compare both pieces of work and the themes of a lover demanding from the beloved and a beloved willing to offer. And yeah, guys, see you in another lecture. I hope that He Wishes for the Clouds of Heaven is making sense to that point now to people. And in case there are any questions with regards to the text for He Wishes for the Clouds of Heaven, please feel free to drop them down in the comments below and I will respond immediately. Also, whenever you guys are doing your tasks, try to send them on the email address provided so that you guys can so that I can grade them if I get the chance to, and based on that grading you guys can actually see that, okay, fine, here is where I am, here is where I need improvement, because I'll also try adding comments with the grading. So that part. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to stay updated for whenever a new video